Hello friends, Judy Herman here. I want to share with you 3 ways to improve your mental health immediately. And these are things you can do right away, and it will make a difference. And if you do it right away and you do it on a consistent basis, it will even make more of a difference. So if you're struggling with any anxiety, depression, mood swings, putting this in place right away will help, okay? And especially the repetitive nature of it. Now, I'm Judy Herman, author of Beyond Messy Relationships, but I am also a therapist. But none of what I share is a substitute for professional counseling services. But it is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I want to honor and put stuff out there that can help anybody. So if you are struggling in any of these areas, number one, I encourage you to get some help professionally beyond this video. But here's 3 things right off the top of my head. Number one is gratitude. If you can wake up first thing in the morning and have this attitude of gratitude, and you need to feel this, not just verbalize it, not just think about it, but feel it. If you can do something like, for example, I usually go out on my back deck and I look up at the clouds and I say, thank you, Lord, and then I just start naming off the things that I'm thankful for. And to feel it deep within is the key. Not just doing it and saying it, but feeling it. So for some of you, it might be just like putting your hands to your chest and maybe closing your eyes and just be thinking of even the simplest things, like the trees and how green the leaves are and the breath that we have. I mean, they can be little simple things, but they're big because they make a difference in our lives. So it also will make a difference in your day and in your mental health. And gratitude is the highest form of the way you can be day in and day out, the highest form of vibration. It's the opposite of criticism and judgment. But if we can have an attitude of gratitude, it will improve your mental health hugely. And even so, also for me, I write down 3 things. I encourage my clients to write down 3 things that they are thankful for. First thing in the morning, it makes a difference. Secondly, so the first thing is gratitude. The second thing is realize that your perspective is very small. It is your world. So if you can, and again, I'm going to use this as an example. It's kind of like, this is our world, this is our perspective. But there's a much bigger picture, there's a much bigger perspective. But when we get stuck in our own heads, and they make so much sense in our heads, but then when we start verbalizing to a therapist or even verbalize out loud or to someone else, we realize, whoa, that's something I didn't know I was thinking that way. It made so much sense in my head. But anyway, realize that your world is small and there's a much bigger world, and that's why it is so helpful to get your thoughts outside of your head. So number 1 is gratitude. Second, get thoughts out of your head. And thirdly, if you can take deep breaths of air. I am so very passionate about this, and I have this to help. So if you are finding yourself getting keyed up, something's not going your way, if you've spent a whole lot of time working on a project and ideas are not coming or things are not coming together for you, or you have disappointments in other people or situations, the best thing to do is take deep breaths of air. And I do this in my sessions a lot. You just take a deep breath in and then slowly breathe out. And doing this about 3 times for about 90 seconds will slow down your nervous system so you can get back into a conscious way of relating rather than just going through your life reacting. So we want to take full advantage of our humanity, don't we? Because God wired us in such a way to do that. So many times people may get out of a difficult, bad situation. Maybe it was a toxic marriage, or maybe they've lost a loved one, and then how they want to cope is they want to just be busy and not give them a chance, not have a chance to think and feel. But if you allow those feelings to come and flow and listen to the messages, you can process through so much better. So anyway, 3 things. Number 1, that you can do right away is have an attitude of gratitude. Do that every single day. That makes a difference. And then secondly, realize that your perspective is so limited and realize there's a bigger world out there. And then taking deep breaths of air. And of course, that slows down the nervous system. And the A stands for awareness, and the I is intentionality, and the R is risk of growth, which I will go through in another video because it's in my book, permeated through my story, which this story might be part of your story. So you can get this wherever books are sold. You can also go to my website, judycounselor.com. You can download the first 3 chapters for free or get an author-signed copy. But anyway, what's most important is you, your dignity, your value, and realizing that about yourself. You are deeply loved. So take in those 3 things: gratitude, realizing there's a bigger picture, and then those deep breaths of air will help tremendously. All right, thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.